Welcome everyone to the breakdown here for the EPL East Coast Cup. Thank you so much to the EPL for their support of the channel and wanting to help bring me on board here and help you guys out with getting ready for the East Coast Cup. So this is going to be the snake side. The exception to that is going to be, we will talk about the back center. But what we'll do is consider that the snake side will be everything from the can and the wedges over. If you've seen any other videos, you already know that the Dorito side is going to be from this little structure and all of that over this way. And then, or if you've come over from the middle video, it's going to be the back center and then these ones in here. So we'll jump into the snake side. I like to include the back center just because you can shoot either way, so you might have noticed that from the other videos if you've jumped over from there, but let's jump right into it. So let's get back to a normal level here and look at our snake side. Now, it's always important to remember that a lot of those same shots that you have are going to be ones that are coming back at you. So whenever you're walking a layout, make sure that you're looking at who is it that shoots you. It's just as important to see that as it is who you can shoot. Now, something that you're going to notice right away is this back center is great to shoot this snake side. Let's go up a little bit so we can get an even better shot that way. So looking at our little, whoop, put my dot there on accident. I wanted this one. So looking at our shots, we have a couple here off the break that are pretty solid. Now this one needs to be shifted over just a little bit, but you have great vision here of the snake side. So it's going to be important to make sure that you're keeping an eye on this back center player if you are going out to the snake side. We're going to see that a little bit more as we navigate here. So again, let's get back down to a normal level. But you can see those shots there. I mean, the fact that you can shoot this can on the way out and shoot into the snake, having someone here to shoot this way, to at least have eyes on the snake, is going to be really, really important. And you can see that other shot here on that back snake corner. It's going to be a little bit more blind, but the shot is definitely there. So the fact that, I mean, you might even want to maybe double this up and then filter out from there. It looks like once they're out wide, it's not going to be great to stay here. If they haven't gone wide, sitting here wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing. We'll talk more at the Dorito side like you've already seen, but we're just focusing on the snake side here. So as I go out, remember, we're going to go out to this can. So you can see here that we have the shot from the back center. I just like to go kind of slowly and just see who is it that is going to be a threat. The middle player coming up, if they are shooting this way, will have a shot into this can as well. And looks like there's not a whole lot. I mean, there looks like there's a blind shot that's coming over from this structure over here with that wedge and brick, but I don't know that it'd really be that much of an issue for someone to be shooting cross field like this. The simple solution is just dive low and you'll be okay. But what you're probably going to notice is people are going to try to run and gun out here, and then they are going to have to start diving and just getting out as quick as they can, just because of that shot from the back center. But I think that there's a way that you can stop that, but you have to watch the middle video to see that one. Once you're actually in the can, you do have some wrap shots going into the back center, and it looks like, let's do this. Looks like you might actually, if it would let me back up here. It's not the best shot. I'm not sold on this, but it might be one that if you play the wrap, that it might skip. Whoops. Let me get this a little bit better. Off here into the back center. It's an option. I don't know that it's going to be 100% guaranteed, but the fact that this is lined up and if you kind of get it to skip just a little bit, you might be able to bounce it into into that back center, especially if they're going to be causing issues for you. You know, you don't want it to be that option. You might as well try it. I mean, just look at the angle of it. So you can see that the bounce off here is probably going to be pretty good. As I come out further, I don't really see a reason to stay at this can. It looks like you might be able to help Dorito side a little bit, but this can is either going to be something to help you get over into the snake or get into a position that you can then help your snake, because of the fact that you can't see anything as the snake player is moving up. So this is definitely not the place that you want to be to slow down the snake side, and even the Dorito side. Even though you can shoot through these gaps, let's zoom up a little bit. So it looks like you have some gaps that you can shoot through here and here, but it's all blind. So I could be just throwing paint this way and just shoot through here and through here. You know, if I kind of tuck in, shoot through here. But if they've already made this move out, and I have no idea, then they're going to make this gap. So this can doesn't necessarily look like it's a great one to stay at. It looks like more of a secondary, or sorry, a pause to get to your secondary. So as we're filling out into, we'll look at the snake corner first, but let's look as we're going out. So this center can and the brick are able to shoot through this gap. So those are guys that you definitely want to make sure that you're looking out for, and just making sure that you're not going to get caught off guard by them. Let's start in the snake corner first. Oh man, that can is pretty solid, because they can shoot that gap and then they can shoot this gap. So that middle one is definitely a lot better. But let's look and see if you can actually help out with your snake here. It doesn't really look like this is the place you want to be either, because the fact that I can't see anything down the wire. Like, there's literally nothing I can see down the wire. So if I'm wrapping, and here it's to stop the movement from the can to get in. So if you send someone out wide here, and you're just trying to keep that pressure, then that could be a spot to get to, but it's not going to be the one that you really want to be staying at. But something that could be an option, and for you guys to try out here, is bouncing off from there to there. That could be an option that if you kind of tuck the guy in, you can shoot off that snake one and maybe get a chance of being able to get that elimination there. So definitely some good stuff for this. It's just that if they're already in the snake, coming to the snake corner is useless, because you literally cannot stop anything down the wire. So this is definitely not the place that you want to be if you are trying to protect your snake. So let's go up into the snake one. And it doesn't really seem like there's a reason to stop at the snake one. You have a little sliver through here that you can shoot into the... You can shoot into the back center. What I'm doing the for is this. So this can looks like it actually does have a little bit of a shot here. So let me double check, because I thought that it was pretty useless, but maybe this could actually be something. It's going to be tough to see. Let me go up a little bit more. It's going to be tough to see that if they stay really tight. I don't know that it's going to be super helpful to have your. I mean, you could throw some over there for sure. Like if they go snake off the break, maybe if they overslide, if you can throw some right over the top here from the can. The back center can shoot. Looks like a little bit to the outside here as well, but I think it might be tough. I feel like if the snake stays low, they can get out of the way of that. But definitely try that out. Be sure that you're careful of your pack as you're crawling up. I feel like this is kind of like at the last event for the NXL in Texas, that once you get here, you're safe. So it's just getting past this first section right here that is going to be the issue. Yeah, because this center can't shoot you unless you're super high. This guy isn't gonna be able to shoot you. Same reason. It's just gonna not be good. Now let's see the outside here. Now this is where, this is changing my mind a little bit on that can. It looks like, well, actually no, I take that back. The only reason that you would stay at that can is if they want to keep stopping, but I don't see a reason to stop. Like even if I have a shot here, I don't know if it's worth it to stop here when I can just keep crawling. Like I don't see a reason to do that, because I can stay, look, if I stay low enough and I'm just flat on my stomach, they're shooting up over the top, and yeah, I don't see a reason to stay there. Let's see as you move up if it's worth it to stop at this snake 3. I feel like it's going to be a war of attrition in this snake. You can shoot the gap for there, but that doesn't even look that great. looks like you can wrap here. This is where your shots are going to start to come in, but I'm kind of like, you might as well keep going unless you're trying to bait someone. But if you wrap here, you do have a shot into the Aztec as well as into the little Dorito, and then into some of these center bunkers. So another option too is this. If I can, let me go up so it's a little bit easier to see. It looks like there might be a bounce off here as well. So off the pin into here, and possibly, if you can get it right, maybe into that wedge. So if there's someone that is maybe causing issues, you could maybe shoot there, but I'm wondering if it's not even worth it to do that, because can I get up here and just shoot them in the back? Because if I can do that, there's no reason for me to shoot the bounce. Okay, so they have to be showing a little bit, but if I go up a little, you'll be able to see this a little bit better. If they're hanging back too far in that wedge, you should be able to get a shot. They'd have to be a little bit further out to be safe from you in the little W. But let's see about starting to wrap. So if I start wrapping, let me turn my body. This is when the snake corner wouldn't be the worst, just because you can actually shoot the outside here of the 50 snake. But 50 snake coming here, yeah. If they don't have anyone else in the snake, I don't even know if you should stop here. You could wrap and start shooting into the Doritos a little, and then also into the can and into this structure. You have a blind into, it's not even really a blind, because if you stand up, you can shoot through here and here. Let's see as you get to their side. Yeah, you get some more shots in the back, and then once you're in their snake, of course, you're going to be an issue. But let's see if this wedge here is able to stop anything, because it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of things that can stop this snake unless you are already at the 50 snake. We saw that there are some shots. They're just blind. I'm pretty sure that they can stay hidden from that if they crawl up and just stay tight against the beams, and then crawl up, and then they're wrapping. So you're shooting at hoping that you see a pack. There might be a little bit of a bounce off of the snake too that helps it a little through there. That would be something to try out. If I can zoom up, just looking at it, like if you kind of skip it off here, maybe it can start skipping to the outside. That would be something to try, but once they're in the snake, it's going to be tough to dig them out. But let's look here. That center can and the back center can see the move here, moving up, and then also this structure can shoot through here. Can we stop anything from here? Doesn't look like it. So it really seems like the only way to stop the snake is to have a 50 snake. So if you can get those kills off the break, and then keep them out of the snake, whether it be from here, or if you come up to the wedge, you can shoot through this gap here as well. You might even be able to shoot off of the snake one and bounce it into the can. That could be an option. And then that way it's just going to keep them more and more honest. But yeah, this snake looks like it's just a war of attrition. It's going to be get in, just go as far as you can. Definitely be careful of your pack. If you go up too high, I feel like there are some shots that can drop in. But from what I'm seeing, at least virtually, and sometimes it changes, when you get to the field, but it really looks like the snake can just go all the way. Like there really isn't a reason for them to stop. So just assume that if you see the bodies go out wide, that they're going to be deep into the snake, just because there's nothing really stopping them. Now, could you, if you have someone in the snake, come out to here? This is where it might not be the worst thing to have the snake corner, because then you can at least see this, but then you're just opening up for the snake to be able to just keep working and then coming around to here. So I don't know. I don't know if it's really going to be great to stop there, but it doesn't look like you can really support them from there or from there. So of the options, if they get into the snake like that, maybe come to the snake corner just to help protect them from getting run down if someone tries to come around here. But it's not great. It might be one of those snakes that you have to just go and just listen for the guy and then just go get them. And then again, it's just a war of attrition. You know, maybe even stacking a couple on this snake side just to help out. But tell me what you think down in the comments down below. Make sure that you watch the other videos. So maybe you came from one of the other videos. But thank you so much again to the EPL. Good luck to those at the East Coast Cup. So make sure that you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Watch, learn, win. Thanks.